Brandon Glanton.
There is.
Who just took on
Chris wants an apology. He sort of got one at the press conference.
Good. They had some beef before the fight. Brandon Glanton fights exactly how he looks. A come-forward pressure fighter that smothers his punches. I'm TstreeT Controversy with Fight View 360. Let's talk about the fight. I'm glad they cool, though, because they had some beef.
Apologies. Chris saying, I think he didn't see the hand.
Hold on, they were
shaking Bournemouth, and the smiles are coming. They've given it everything, these two cruiserweights. Brandon Glanton's covered himself in glory.
They both apologized. All right, that's what's up. That's good to see.
Chris Billam-Smith
So anyway,
and will he get this?
This is the first fight to open up the Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn card. $25 on the zone I paid for it. I'm still kind of pissed off about that, especially that we got to pay $90 next week if you're buying both fights for the deal to watch Canelo versus Skull on the 3rd, then the night before on the 2nd to watch Ryan Garcia versus Rolly, Devin Haney versus Jose Ramirez, and Teofimo Lopez versus Arnold Barboza. Also, we got credentials, so that's what's up. You know, getting back busy covering boxing. And look, now we're back covering events live. So for those who don't know, that card on May the 2nd is going to be in Times Square. I can't wait to see how they're going to put everything together. But listen, Chris Billam-Smith should go on to get the win. I expect it to be some wacky cards. As I said, you know, he fights exactly like that, straight come forward pressure fighter. Chris Billam-Smith seems to have this issue where he starts to like gas out early. Then he gets his second win and closes the fight strong for the fights that he wins. I wonder what's up with that. But I have it 116, 112 for me for CBS. But do not be surprised if it's a nasty card because Chris Billam-Smith's body language meant most of the time, a good portion of the fight actually, until the last quarter showed that he was, you know, looked like he was going to possibly get out of there early. Anyway, this is at the cruiserweight limit. There was rumors that Chris Billam-Smith was going to move up to bridgerweight. I hope he does it because the bridgerweight division is a bullshit division and shouldn't exist. Don't get me wrong, the concept is good to have a weight class, you know, for heavies and super heavies. But at this point in time, you know, it's just too late in the game. It's either you're cruiserweight or you're not. So Chris Billam-Smith lost his last fight to Gilberto Ramirez where he got his face beat up. And to be very honest, I'm not sure. Let's listen to the cards. Take your time out. Like the video, subscribe. Let's listen. Let me turn it up.
Same 116 to 112, all in favor.
Hold on, let me go back 10 seconds.
And both judges Lee Ever.
I was running my mouth.
We go to the judges' scorecards. Judge John Latham scores it 116 to 113. And both judges Lee Every and Kieran McCann are in agreement. They both score it the same 116 to 112, all in favor of your winner by unanimous decision. The gentleman, Chris Billam-Smith.
At least the right man won. I want to see that 116, 113 scorecard.
On two cards and by 3 on the other, and it's all smiles from Brandon Glanton. Chris Billam-Smith comes through ahead.
So I doubt we're going to get a post-fight interview, but let's talk about what this means for the cruiserweight division. Well, the cruiserweight division, to break it down, Jaya Pataya on June the 8th is going to be fighting, where is he at? This guy, Claudio Sequoy, I'm not going to butcher his last name. Gilberto Ramirez on, what's that, May the 28th, or is that May the 18th? It's going to be taking on Junior Dorticos. That's going to be a really good fight. On the undercard of Jake Paul versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., I did previews for both of those fights on the channel and the Opataya fight as well. Badu Jack versus Noel McCallion, I'm going to go into detail on that. That's going to be taking place next week on the undercard of Canelo versus William Skull. That's the WBC. And Gilberto Ramirez, of course, he still has the WBO, obviously. So Chris Billam-Smith, you know, I can't say honestly what would be next for him. As you can see, you know, above, you know, apart from the top guys, the champions, there's a steep fall off in quality of the fighters in the cruiserweight division. So to be very honest, there's really nothing to talk about or predict, or for me to be like, oh shit, Chris Billam-Smith is going to fight such and such, and it's going to be like a good fight. I mean, who do you want to see him fight? Am I missing somebody? Because I don't want to see, you know, nothing screams, I don't know, what the Callum Johnson, where have I seen him fight? For the most part, I've seen a lot of these guys fight. Where did I see him fight? Oh, I've seen him. Yeah, he got beat up by Berta BF. Better BF. I've seen him. I covered this fight. This video's on the channel. It may not be. I was in a coma. Damn. PTSD. How come I keep seeing all these 2018s just always mess with me? But anyway, what my blink camera's going off. But anyway, see, these fights, or any of these fights, do you want to see him versus Slezak? Remember, we watched him against, I know because, I'm sorry, my memory's shit. But who did we watch him? Something says Okoli. Something says I covered him. Yeah, I covered him fight Lawrence Okoli. So do we want to see these guys? You see what I'm saying? So, you know, there's a fall off. You know, guys like Masternak and you know, unless you're going, I mean, I'm guessing maybe they can try to push the winner of Chev Clarke versus Riley next. That's going to be coming up next on the card. I'm going to be covering that fight. But besides that, I mean, where can we really like go? Here's the card, by the way. Let's see if they updated it. There we go. See, Viddal Riley versus Chev Clarke is on the way. Then it's going to be Billam-Smith versus Aaron McKenna, Anthony Yarde versus Lyndon Arthur, Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn, and then later on we're going to be live after the fight. I mean, after the card. So take your time out, like the video, subscribe. On to the next fight. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.